Thanks for watching my second episode, and also thanks for everyone for watching the first one. I was actually surprised by the amount of views that I got. I wasn't expecting that at all. I want to thank everybody for the comments too, and one person commented on my black eyes. Well, they're not black eyes. I've got I guess deep set eyes, and the shadow projected by the lighting, you know, with my obvious professional setup here, made it look like I had black eyes. Someone else mentioned something about an axe that was in the background on my last episode. It's a real Halloween axe, yes. Anyhow, so I'm getting through this. This is an information video only, meaning that if you try this on your phone, you can permanently damage your phone, and it'll void the warranty. Essentially, there won't be anybody to help you. I explained this during the first video. If you haven't watched the first video, I think you should watch it. Essentially, you're the only one responsible at this point if you're going to take this information and go any further. It's not recommended, especially if you don't know what you're doing, and even if you do. So that put aside, now at this point here, what you want to do is you want to go onto Google or any search engine you'd like, and search for a driver called the LG ENV driver. It's version VX9100, which is also the phone model, right? So you want to download this, but before you do this, make sure you scan for viruses, because the first time I personally downloaded onto my system, there was a virus on it, so I had to do another search. I think on the second page I managed to get one that was virus free. Alright, you want to unzip it to any folder. I unzipped it to SQL and / LG modem. You put it anywhere you like, as long as you remember where you've unzipped it. Next, download BitPim version 1.0.6 or better. I personally am using right now version 1.0.6. You can get this at www.bitpim.org. That's bitpim.org. Okay. At this point here, just install BitPim. Just follow the regular steps. It's rather simple and straightforward. Okay, the next step after that's been done, you want to plug in your USB cable to your phone as well as to your computer, and it's going to prompt you to install the new LG driver. Your computer will, at least. You want to install that. Once your new driver is installed and everything seems to be working correctly, what you'll want to do is, although you don't necessarily want to do it, but I did it myself, is just reboot your system and start fresh. So once your system is rebooted, then essentially what you want to do is you want to replug your phone, and don't touch anything on the phone. You're going to get a message on the phone. Don't touch it, just leave it be. If you touch anything, basically you'll have to unplug the phone, replug it in. Okay, so just leave the phone that is, or it won't work at all. Okay, so at this point here, we're going to get started. So I'm just going to load BitPim with you guys here. So I'm going to try to help you guys out. Okay, so my phone needs to be plugged in, so I'm going to do this as we speak right now. Okay, so I'm plugging it into the computer. You're going to hear noise. Alright, it's going through. Okay, and at this point, like I mentioned, I didn't touch the phone at all. Okay, let me just adjust the camera here so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so let me just there we go. I think that'll be a little bit better here. Okay, so now that we got BitPim loaded, you want to click on Edit. Okay, Settings. I don't know if you can see properly here. Alright, so now you have a little button right here to the right called Phone Wizard. Click on Phone Wizard. Okay, leave it as far as carriers on all, manufacturers on all, and models. Okay, scroll down to LG-VX8800, and in brackets you can see Venus. It's right above the ENV2. I've tried the ENV2 and I've had problems with it. For some odd reason the Venus works fine. I know we have an ENV2, it doesn't matter. It works fine this way. You can try other settings afterwards, it's entirely up to you. So let me just click on, so once you've selected Venus, you want to click on next. Okay, and then you can have your COM ports in auto. Just click on the different COM ports, okay, until you see LG, CDMA, USB serial. Could be COM4, COM3, depends, and you'll see driver provider, LG Electronics. Means you found the right one. If that exists, you followed all the steps, you're on the right track. Click on next. Okay, don't detect the phone, it probably won't detect it properly. Just at this point click on finish. Okay, and then on this screen here you want to click on OK. So once this is done, in BitPim on the left side, okay, you've got all sorts of things: phone book, media, calendar, memo, to do. Right underneath all that you have a thing called file system. Click on that. Okay, and then the column right next to it, there's a little blue looking folder with a plus next to it. Click on this plus. Okay, and at this point here you're going to have to wait a little bit. It takes a few seconds to actually load. Be patient, it'll eventually load. At this point, if you look, it's in retrieving. So like I said, this takes quite a few seconds. It's actually loading the information from the phone. Okay, so now at this point we're in. Okay, so now we could actually see what you know, the programming of the phone if you want, and all the files and basically anything you could possibly edit. Don't edit anything at this point, because I'm telling you right now, you mess up one setting, you know, the phone could be a goner at this point, and nobody's gonna be able to help you fix it. Alright, so now if you look on the folder here, you'll see one category called Brew, B-R-E-W. There's a plus next to it. Click on the plus and it'll open up some new options. You have one called Shared. Click on the plus next to Shared. Okay, it'll come out with new folders here. At this point here you have the last, it should be the last one at least, called Ringtones, or Ringtone. Click on there, and at this point here you've got all the ringtones that you could have possibly purchased or downloaded in the past, including also, you know, a couple of, it really depends on your phone setup. So you may not have any edit as well, right? I mean, if you've, so what you want to do at this point here is any ringtone that you would have downloaded off